A doctor at CNOS has completed his 100th hip surgery, a common need as people age. KTIV's Taylor Deckert sat down with him to talk about the specific surgery in tonight's Healthbeat 4.
Primary and revision total hip and knee surgeries are becoming more common. Dr. Justin Deans, an orthopedic surgeon for CNOS, specializes in robotic bone surgeries.
I've now performed over 100 total hip and total knee robotic surgeries since I've been in Siouxland. If you include the robotic surgeries that I've done in fellowship, it's over double that.
The way the hip and the knee surgeries are implemented has changed over the years, now using a robotic arm to assist.
Robotic surgery is a little bit of a misnomer in that it kind of implies that maybe a robot comes in and does the surgery while the surgeon watches. I think a better term would probably be a robotic assisted surgery, and that's where the robot helps guide the instruments that we've conventionally used in hip and knee replacements. Instead of using manual jigs that have been used for decades.
Using 3D imaging to make each part the perfect fit for every unique patient.
That gets uploaded into a computer, and then using software on that computer, we can plan in 3 dimensions the size of the implants, how we want to place the implants, even down to half-degree increments, or even down to half-millimeter thickness of bone resection.
Dr. Dean is going to be giving a presentation on Thursday, October 26th at the Siouxland Center for Active Generations, starting at 11:15 a.m. The presentation is open to the public as Dr. Dean dives into more information, procedure details, and who might be a good candidate for the robotic joint surgery.
So I think knowledge is power, and kind of understanding the details of the surgery really puts people at ease.
For Healthbeat 4, Taylor Deckert, KTIV News 4.
CNOS also provides joint camp to patients on how to prepare for surgery, what to expect in the hospital, and tips to have a successful surgery. Additional information on that presentation by Dr. Deans is inside this story right now at KTIV.com.